Hello and welcome to another one of my videos, and in today's video I'm going to be going through the Brit sets I got in. I've got 8 to show you. There was 10 that came into my supplier. He only sold me 8. I was a bit hesitant about buying, but he gave me a good rate on these, so I was like, that's fine. Most of these are tarnished. I get people say to me, "Oh, I want an untarnished set." I'm sorry. Good luck. They're all pretty tarnished. Historically, they just tarnish. It's just the way it is. I like this design. I think this is a nice design, personally. Yeah, you see it here. To give you a better view. That's probably a slight handling mark. It's not to say there isn't value in these. There is. There's certainly a profit in it for me. Well, at least I'd hope so. I'm not going to go through every individual coin because there's just too many to go through. But just to give you an idea, these sets are all probably 120 plus. Whether I get that or not is another matter. Thankfully I'm at a stage, and with gold price going up, I've actually got a fair amount of disposable, a fair amount of liquidity, so I can afford to just be like, well, actually I'll sit on them until the right buyer comes, which is where you need to be in this game. You really do. You need to be able to pick and choose. 2011, I've got this in the gold set pretty much, bar the half. I got it graded though. I think they're 69s. And I've also got the as it's on the side. Ta-da! I like these coins, but they're not, they're the least popular in terms of what people tend to collect in terms of the years. Saying that, I've gone from liking to disliking to liking them again. It's just one of those things for that design. Some designs I think are absolutely stunning. So I've got some of the green cases. I think it was 4 and 4 in terms of the case design. Yes. 2001. Solid design. Come on. I think this is a great design. I think it really works well. So 2001. 2005, again, issue with tarnishing. It just is what it is. One ounce, nice, very nice. I didn't get any of the normal designs. He only had one. It was really funny because my supplier's got a couple of daughters, and the 2 years he was the seller was missing. In 1997, this tends to go for more of a premium over the other sets. Again, tarnished. But the 2 years that were missing from this collection were the 2 years, I believe, that his daughters were born. So he's just like, I just want to. He ended up taking the 2003, which I think is the best design. But hey, it's can't always have it my own way, and that's okay. I was just like, and he's like, oh, is it worth more? And I was like, it's not really worth more. It's just my favorite design. I explained to him I had it in. Come on. There we go. I had it in a 4 coin gold set, and it was one of the saddest days when I had to sell that set to pay down a debt. And actually, I wasn't too happy about that because the guy I sold it to gave me a verbal agreement that I could buy it back at plus 100 if within a year, and he ended up selling it to someone else. I was pissed. you know, I've never dealt with him since. I will never deal with him again. As far as I'm concerned, he broke his word, and if you're not a man of your word, then you're not a man at all. But that really, really got to me. It probably shouldn't have done. It probably should have been like, oh, that's business. But, you know, I don't like that. I think it's poor form. This is the key date. Got 2 of those sets now. I asked another dealer what he was paying. He's like, I'm not your guy. I'll pay you 120 on them. And I was like, it's fair enough. At least he was honest. Like, I know he's got to make money. You know, that's not a problem. But 120 was a bit lean. Great set, this one, 2007. These are sought after coins. I'm not entirely sure on the pricing on most of these. I know they do well, but I need to check the pricing. I'll probably just have the strategy of undercutting. Great design, really good design. It's not my favourite design, but it is a good design. So I've got 2 more sets after this. Again, tarnishing. Doesn't mean they're junk coins, far from it, but it is a shame. And these coins are not even that old, relatively speaking. So last 2. Again, going back to the read that box. Okay. This design's okay. Bit of a modern design. It's okay. I'm neither for or against this design. Kind of looks like a silhouette there. I've had these in gold and silver. I've had them in bullion. There was an Irish dealer before Brexit. He ended up selling me a load of the bullion coins. And he just said to me, he's like, well, what do you need to pay on them? And I was just like, okay, I'll pay you this. And he was like, yeah, sure. So I think he must have bought them for spot and just didn't have a buyer. It's a shame. He's a nice guy. I actually spoke to him recently. We were talking about, there was something happened on the groups. And this Irishman, he took offence to something, and I just asked the Irish dealer about him. I was just like, this guy's really aggressive, really, really aggressive. I ended up getting it sorted, and it was nothing to do with me, but it happened on my group, and it wasn't even a gentleman's fault really, but I told him to refund him because he didn't make it explicitly clear that if he sent by normal post and it didn't turn up, then the rule of thumb in this game is if you send by normal post and it doesn't turn up, it's on you because you chose that postage. But he didn't make it explicitly clear. But I ended up getting it sorted, and after the vile abuse that he sent not only to the seller, who I have a lot of sympathy for, I offered to pay half of it. But this Irishman just, he started calling one of my admins racist, and he really went off on one, and I was close to telling him to do one, to be honest, which is not like me, but I just didn't like this guy whatsoever. And sometimes you have to be the bad guy. Don't particularly like doing it like that. That's unfortunately how life is sometimes. It's an okay design, that one. I went on a bit of a tangent. I do love Irish people. I don't want people to think I don't. I deal with a fair amount of Irish people. They were always cool to me. And last one to show you. I rank this one very highly as well. I like this set. This design is great. When I first started, before I was a dealer, there was someone on, God, they glued this in. There was someone on the Silver Forum who, he noticed there was a company in Scandinavia. It wasn't Sweden. I think it was Denmark. And they put silver Brits up 19 quid a pop. And I ended up getting about 10 of these. And yeah, it was a buzz. This company, they must have had a mail order thing going on, and they just decided that they didn't they didn't want the stock anymore, so they just slashed the prices and everything, and they absolutely flew. The silver forum wiped them out, absolutely wiped them out. I'm not promoting the silver forum. I'm not a fan of the silver forum personally. I don't like the fee charging structure. It's not a bad platform, but I think it's too high. It's not against anyone on the silver forum. You know, there's some absolutely lovely, wonderful people there. But yeah, I really like this design, classic design, very similar to 1997. So yeah, that's my haul. I will be putting these up for sale, but I need to do paperwork first. I'm gonna do paperwork over the next couple of days and just get it completely just done. I've been very slack on it. I haven't done it properly in about 2 months because firstly I wasn't well, but also I hate paperwork. And I think gold and silver's on the up, so I'm gonna take the time, see where gold and silver goes. I reckon it will break 1400 and 19 respectively, but we shall see. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.